Hey guys, so today we are doing my December favorites. Yay! So I did current favorites last month, and it was technically my November favorites since that's when I uploaded it, and I had so many products, and today I just have a few, but I thought I would still let you know what they are. And some of them are things that you saw me use in my tutorials, so you can kind of see that I do use the stuff that I use in my tutorials all month long. And yeah, so the first is something that I mentioned on Twitter. So if you follow me on Twitter, then you already know this, but it is my S necklace. I lost it recently, and it was missing for a total of, I think, like 8 days, and I was absolutely devastated. And I know that some people are like, it's just a necklace, like whatever, it can be replaced, or you get something new, but for me, it was given to me in such a special way, and my mom has the matching L necklace for her name. Her name is Lisa, so she has an L, and I have an S for Sam, and it was missing, and I tore up my entire apartment looking for it, and it was really sad for me because I've been wearing it for over 4 years every single day. I shower with it, I go to the beach with it, I go in the ocean with it, like, I never take this necklace off unless I'm doing like a silver look or something and I don't want gold in it. Anyways, it's from Henri Bendel, and I went to Henri Bendel when I was in New York City over the weekend, and I was like, it came to the point where this necklace has been missing for so long that I'm just going to replace it. I was with my mom. She was like, it'll be no big deal. It'll be the same specialness or whatever of the other necklace. You just are replacing it. So I went there, and they were only out of S. It was like a sign. So then I saw that Kate Spade made a similar one at Nordstrom. So I went to Nordstrom's, and they're like, oh, we're only out of S. So I was like, it's a sign. So on Christmas night, when we got home from all our festivities, we came back to our apartment, and I was just like, I was really thinking that either it was going to turn up, or I was going to get an S necklace just magically for Christmas. Like, I was a little disappointed, and there it was when we got home on Christmas. It was in the the bathroom sink drain. My boyfriend took out the drain, and he popped out the pipe, and bam, came my necklace. So it was a Christmas miracle, and I'm so happy to have it back. It's just, I don't know, it's things that remind me of like special times in my life. I just like to keep them nice and close to me, and that's what my S necklace is, and I wear it every single day. So I'm so happy, and if you follow me on Twitter, then you already knew all this drama that was going on. Whatever. That's the kind of drama that's in my life. So another favorite of mine is something that was mentioned in my hair tutorial, and it is the wet brush. This thing is absolutely amazing. It is a good price. You can buy them pretty much everywhere now. I saw them in TJ Maxx. You can get them even cheaper. I believe mine was $14 or $11. For some reason, those numbers are sticking with me. Something weird. I don't know. I got like a pink polka dot one, but me and my boyfriend were recently at TJ Maxx just getting last minute Christmas shopping gifts for people, and I saw the wet brush there, which you can see by the name. There's a few other ones that are similar. I think I don't know. I can't think of the names right now. Personally, I would just stick with this one if you want to try it, just because I haven't tried the other one, so I can't give you like my honest recommendation. If your hair gets really knotty after the shower, this thing is amazing. It's not going to make your hair damage or break off hair with another kind of hairbrush, which it's so annoying, but taking care of your hair could also damage it. You know what I mean? Like brushing it after the shower, it could also damage it. So I'm really glad I have this today. I curled my hair, and then even after it was dry, I don't just use this when my hair is wet. I brushed it out, and I brushed out the curls, and it made like this, this wavy thing. Your favorite of mine is a lip combination, and it's something that I'm wearing today as well. So I'm wearing MAC Myth, which is add a little more, which is just a beautiful nude. So MAC Myth is probably my favorite nude that there is, and it looks like this. It's just, I don't know, just a really pretty nude that has just a little bit of pink or peach. I don't know. It's not so nude where it washes you out, because I don't like the way that looks. And then sometimes I want to make it a little bit glossy, so then I'll go over it with a MAC lip gloss, and this is in Paper Lantern. I was going to say Pink Lantern, because I think that would be a good name for it. And it just makes this, I don't know, it's just this glossy nude J-Lo lip. I absolutely love it. This will just pretty much transform any lipstick. I've used this over reds, I've used this over purples and pinks, and it just, I don't know, kind of tones it down. If you have a lipstick that is just a little bit too vibrant and you just kind of want to tone it down for a more day look, you can just throw this on top. I use it especially over nude lipsticks and other nude lipsticks that I have that are just I don't know, they kind of wash me out, and at the time I buy them and I'm like, oh my god, I love it, and then I get home and I'm like, I feel like a dead person. Another favorite of mine is a brush. So this one is by Sigma, and it is the F30. It's a large powder brush is the actual name. And I don't know, I just feel like when I'm just doing my makeup really quick, it's so much easier to just use a big brush, especially when you're using your neck. I mean, especially when you're putting bronzer on your neck, or if you need to, do a little touch up on your shoulder, which sometimes I'll do just to, I don't know, just kind of contours it a little bit. Oh, that was sort of like a monkey. Okay, but yeah, and what I like about it is I have other brushes like this, even from Sigma too, that they're more like that, just like a fat brush like this, but this one is nice and big, but it's also a little bit thin, so if you can see it from this way, you can still do contouring with it. So if you're in a rush, or if you're like me and you don't want like a really hard, intense contour every single day, you can just kind of go like that and you'll still define your cheekbones, because I still like to do that every time I'm doing bronzer. But then you can also do up here and your neck and your cheeks and just get it all done a little bit faster. Because when you are contouring with like the NARS Ita brush or the MAC 109, which is one of my favorite contour brushes, you do have to go back in with another brush and sort of blend it out, because you could use the same brush to blend it out, but you're just going to make it more and more intense, and then possibly fade the pigment where it doesn't look right. And if you've tried that, you know what I mean. Like, I've tried sitting there blending it out with the same brush, and I'm just like, okay, now it's taking off my foundation. Like, it's just too dense of a brush. But this one is something that I use to blend out all of my contours. And then as of recently, I don't know, I think because out of like pure laziness, I just didn't feel like contouring, I just started using this as a contour, and it's so much faster, especially with the neck, because I'm not going to sit there with a brush that's this big. Just do, get it done there. Like, no, like, I'll be there all freaking day. Okay, another favorite of mine is Cheeky Bronze, and I'm wearing this today, and it is the prettiest golden pink blush, if that makes sense. I don't know, it just reminds me of Vacation, and that's what it looks like. It's right here. I don't know, it's just so pretty. It just sort of makes it look like you have a tan, but with more of a pinky bronzer, if you know what I mean. Instead of going in with bronzer and you still want to look, like you got that suntan and you're nice and sun-kissed, you can go in with a blush that also has a little bit of like a brownish tint to it. So that's what this is, and sometimes I'll even use this on my forehead. I didn't do that today, but sometimes I will, just to give it that extra, like, yeah, it is super pretty. It has just the right amount of shimmer without glitter. So a question I was getting recently that I read, and it was on my Instagram, and it was like, do you ever use highlighter and it settles into your pores? And that does happen to me when I use glitter. So if you use a highlighter or a blush that has chunks of glitter in it, even if it's just on one side but you just swirl it together, you know what I'm talking about, when there's like blushes and stuff with like glitter on one side, or highlighters. What's it called? What is the name? Hard Candy. Hard Candy makes a bronzer and a highlighter like that. Those ones I can't use because the glitter will set into my pores, and then that kind of makes it look like you have more pores than you actually do. Yeah, that's why that happens when you use chunks of glitter. That's why I stick to shimmer when I want more of like a, like a shimmery look. Because I don't really like to be matte that much, but I don't always want to be like glitter. So next is a hair product, and this one is Batiste or Batiste. I don't know, I've never heard anyone pronounce this, even when I was looking for it in Ulta because my sister has it and it was like amazing. I was like, do you know which one I'm talking about? It's like ba 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 ba. And they were like, yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's over there. She has the original one, and I personally don't like the scent of that one because it smells like baby powder. But this one is the exact same thing, just a different scent, and this one is cherry, which is kind of a weird scent for hair, but it's better than baby powder scent in my opinion. But this one does come out white, so I do have to really shake it. So just keep going like that, or do it under the root if you're like, whoa, it came out white, what the hell were you talking about? This one does. Some of them come out clear and they're a little bit more convenient, but they don't suck up the oil like this one does. I've never had a dry shampoo that actually made it look like I took a shower. Do you know what I mean? Like, some of them like make you look worse. I'm like, why do people rave about dry shampoo? But then my sister was like, well, try this one, and I did, and the only problem with it was I didn't like the scent of the original one. It was just, I don't know. And some of them come in colors. I saw they have like red and brown or blonde. So if you have like roots coming in, you can get one like that. I don't know. I've never tried it. I've never tried like a dark one. I feel like it would kind of look weird. But yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching. I have been using Twitter a lot more, so if you do want to ask me something, I feel like Twitter is it's a little bit easier to answer back and forth, or to tag me in makeup looks that you want to see next, or ask me like a quick question. It's a lot easier to communicate on Twitter, and I never really used Twitter, and I was like, Twitter, but I don't know. Now I like it, so... thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye!